My name is Elizabeth Agbola. I'm the CEO of Entity Global Destinations. I lead cross-border initiatives across tourism, the halal economy, and the African diaspora. And I am a halal tourism expert within the Workstream 3 of the halal implementation strategy, where we cater to market access, capacity development. That is where halal tourism fits. And I'm happy to be supporting the Workstream 3, to reach where we need to reach to make halal, the halal strategy an actual thing versus just conversation. Well, I think what I should say is, what do I think about the halal economy in Nigeria? And then I will talk about why and how this is timely that we now have the strategy in place. So right now, Nigeria sits on pure gold that is untapped, which is the halal economy. We're not even having to force it. We already have it. We already have the culture. We already have the food. We already have the people. We already have the natural assets, but we are not tapping into it yet. And the strategy now being in place means we can actually have something formal in place, because you know how things are. When we are informal, we are serious. And now with this strategy now, it means we can now interact with our various counterparts across the world to let them know what we have, to share with them, to learn from them, and to be able to make this an actual thing of economic value to the country, for the people, and that's the ultimate priority. So I'm really excited about everything that has been put in place. I read the whole 50 pages and it was a beautiful read, and I look forward to seeing it roll out to be what it needs to be. Nigeria does have what it needs to do it, but what we don't have is packaging. we're like plantain chips right now without being in a nice sachet. That's what we are right now. We're like the raw products, and all we don't have is the packaging. So Nigeria has everything from, if we're to break down in terms of all the things that halal covers, because halal doesn't cover just food. Halal covers culture, it covers the creative economy, it covers tourism, it covers so many things that we already have. We already have the tourism sites, we already have the festivals. The Durbar festival in itself is a very rich exportable product. We already have all of this in place. That we have the Argungu Fishing Festival. We have all of this stuff that we're just taking for face value and just seeing it as nothing. So in terms of the landmass we have for our agriculture, all of it is already there. We're just not tapping into it yet for the exportable value of what the halal economy can bring. So yes, Nigeria has what it takes. It already has it. It's not a case of can Nigeria. Nigeria already has it. It just needs to package itself now. Nigeria stands to benefit a lot. As I love how I keep having to speak ahead of the questions. So as I had said earlier, Nigeria already has what it takes, and what would benefit in tourist numbers. And in us getting tourist numbers, it means we're getting the FX coming into Nigeria, because if we're having a group of people coming in from Jordan or from Malaysia to come and experience the Durbar Festival, for example, hotels will get paid, restaurants will get paid, people that are doing tour guiding will get paid, tour sites will get paid, they will go to shops, they will buy things, SMEs will get paid. So when you think about it, on a larger scale of the value chain, tourism provides beyond just come and travel. No, it's a wider chain. And Nigeria would benefit from that a whole lot. And from then, we can from us being able to do that, it means we can now have money to develop our sites. We can have money to start promoting ourselves in international space, for us to start having the respect we need to have in international space. Now, with that as well, it means we now have room to collaborate with counterparts in various countries. We can now start having exchange tourism. We can have people from Malaysia coming to Nigeria, people from Nigeria going to Malaysia. We can start to explore and experience that, and that will also help in the transportation of ideas and initiatives, because the more places you go, the more you learn. But by the time we start having more Nigerians going to places to see what is happening there, then it means they can bring it back to Nigeria for us as well, to develop ourselves. So it's a whole lot that Nigeria can benefit from a developed halal tourism. Well, if we get it right, I think that's what we should start with. If we get it right, I see Nigeria being able to, for starters, I see Nigeria being able to have a timetable of our various festivals that are of halal quality. And when I keep saying halal, I'm not talking about Islamic. I'm talking about ethical. I'm talking about the trust. I'm talking about the structure. The moment we can have a timetable, I see us in the next 4 years. I see countries knowing about our timetable and planning their calendars towards attending what we have to offer. I see in the next 4 years more Nigerians collaborating with more countries for modest film, modest fashion, modest music. I see a lot of that, because that is really what halal is about. It's not about just Muslims collaborating. I would love to see an ethical brand in Japan for fashion collaborating with a Nigerian ethical brand for modest fashion. I would love to equally see an ethical brand in Nigeria collaborating with an ethical brand in Malaysia for food, co-producing food and all. So the land is green, it's very virgin, and I'm very excited about what we have from now to build against 4 years. As long as we get it right, as long as we continue to strengthen the strategy with private sector partnerships and us getting the support we need from the government for institutional support, I think we would see this eventually become a whole export side of things for us as Nigerians, for us to benefit from on an economic scale.